Sometimes the perfect marriage hides secret desires, complex emotions, and decisions that can change lives forever. Today, we'll look at 10 films where married women find themselves embroiled in forbidden relationships, and each story shows how one risky move can destroy their world. But before we begin, support the channel with a like and subscribe to stay up to date with new collections of the best films from around the world. Now, let's take a look at the stories that made it onto our list today. Number 10, Backroads. The story takes place in a small American town, where a young man named Harley is forced to care for his younger sisters after their mother is imprisoned. Life becomes a constant struggle for him: work, responsibility, and trying to keep the family together. However, everything changes when he meets a married woman from his town. She seems understanding and attentive, and a dangerous emotional connection gradually develops between them. For her, the affair becomes an attempt to escape her boring and unhappy family life. But the further their relationship develops, the more the situation spirals out of control. The story shows how loneliness and despair can push people to make risky decisions, the consequences of which turn out to be far more serious than they expected. Number 9, You're Killing Me, Susana. This story's protagonist is Mexican actor Eligio, who wakes up one day to discover that his wife, Susana, has suddenly disappeared. Searching for answers, he travels to the United States, where he learns that Susana has decided to start a new life. She has enrolled in university and is trying to understand her feelings and desires. While her husband tries to win her back, Susana meets new people and begins to rethink her views on relationships and freedom. The film shows the complex side of marriage, where love collides with personal ambition, independence, and the search for one's own path. Number 8, The Voyeurs. A young couple moves into a new apartment and soon notices that their windows offer a clear view of the neighbors across the street. At first, it seems like harmless curiosity, but gradually, this observation develops into a full-fledged obsession. The young woman's attention is particularly drawn to her neighbor, who leads a rather risky personal life and appears to be cheating on her husband. Over time, the heroine begins to intervene, thinking she can help. But her actions trigger a chain of events that leads to unexpected and dark consequences. Number 7, The Woman Who Hints at the Wall. The plot centers on a married couple living in an ordinary apartment building. Their life seems calm and predictable. But one day, the man begins to suspect something strange is happening behind the wall of their apartment. He installs a hidden camera to observe his neighbors. Soon, he becomes a witness to a secret relationship that has destroyed someone else's marriage. But the more he observes, the more drawn into the story he becomes. The film develops into a tense psychological thriller, where secrets and hidden desires gradually come to light. Number 6, Obsession. The main character lives in a marriage that from the outside seems perfect. She has a family, a home, and a stable life. But one chance encounter changes everything. She meets a man who awakens emotions in her she's long forgotten. At first, these are just brief encounters, but soon a dangerous connection develops between them. The heroine begins to live a double life, trying to hide her secret. But the deeper she delves into this affair, the more she realizes that the consequences could destroy everything she holds dear. Number 5, Burn All My Letters. This story is based on true events and unfolds across 2 timelines. A modern writer discovers old letters from her family and learns of a dramatic love triangle that occurred many years ago. At the center of this story is a married woman who finds herself torn between her duty to her family and her strong feelings for another man. Her secret affair leads to an emotional conflict whose repercussions are felt even decades later. Number 4. Every Breath You Take. The story centers on successful psychiatrist Philip, who is going through a difficult time after a tragic accident involving a patient. This event has a profound impact on his reputation and his family. His relationship with his wife, Grace, becomes strained, though they both try to maintain a semblance of normality. One day, the deceased patient's brother, a mysterious man named James, shows up at their home. He appears calm and friendly, and the family gradually accepts him as a guest. He connects especially quickly with Grace. Over time, an emotional intimacy develops between them. For Grace, this becomes a way to escape the tension and problems in her marriage. However, James turns out to be far more than he seems at first glance. Number 3. Loyalty. The main character is Lena, a talented gynecologist who is used to being in control of her life and career. She lives with her husband, a local theater actor, and their relationship appears quite peaceful. But gradually, Lena begins to feel a distance between them. Her husband becomes more withdrawn, and she begins to believe he might be hiding something important from her. Unable to find proof, but unable to shake her doubts, Lena begins to experience a powerful internal conflict. These thoughts gradually push her to make unexpected decisions. She begins to seek emotional and physical intimacy with strangers. This becomes a unique way for her to cope with jealousy and regain a sense of control over her life. Number 2. A Taste of Hunger. Maggie and Karsten are a talented married couple who run their own restaurant. Their main goal is to win a prestigious culinary award that could make their restaurant famous. They dedicate themselves entirely to their work, sacrificing time, their personal lives, and even their relationships. Gradually, tensions begin to build. Constant competition, stress, and pressure turn their dream into a test for their marriage. Maggie begins to feel like their relationship is more like a business partnership than love. The emotional distance between the spouses grows. Amid these challenges, temptations and difficult decisions arise that could ultimately change their lives. Number 1. L'enfant rêvé. The story centers on a married couple who have long dreamed of having children. Constant setbacks gradually begin to destroy their relationship and create tension between the spouses. Noémie feels intense emotional pressure and loneliness. During this difficult period, a man appears in her life who shows her attention and support. A closeness develops between them that could change her life. Now, the heroine must face a difficult choice between marriage, hope for the future, and feelings that threaten to destroy everything she has built over many years. So, here's our list of 10 films about complicated marriages, secret relationships, and risky decisions. Each story reminds us that emotions, secrets, and desires can change people's lives in the most unexpected ways. Let us know in the comments which film from the list you've already watched, and which film on this topic should be added to our next selection. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on new top film lists.